Oh, hi. Welcome. I'm Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on YouTube. What I want to say is this. Um, I think maybe at least some of you have wanted to get onto my one of my Facebook pages. I have a bunch of them, and I don't know the difference because my previous page was stolen and buried, and so I took over my husband's and opened up a couple more, and so I go back from one to the other. My point is, if you are one of my subscribers, or if you watch my podcasts, please let me know. You can send me a message. You can um, send me an email. You can do whatever you do because I am an artist. And one the big thing with my previous Facebook page was I had about 1,000 artists, mostly from the Pennsylvania Academy where I went to school, and terrific artists from all over the world. I lost that, but now I've built up these other pages, and I can see other artists. So what I've been doing is only approving other artists. So if you're a regular person, whatever you do, say, please tell me, write me. You can send me, I forget how they do the messages. It's not a big deal. I send them sometimes. I mean, I look at all of the messages. I'm trying to think, um, try to figure out a way to get to me so that you can. Now I can get to the comments on here. So if if you write me a comment and let me know that you're going to try to get on one of my Facebook pages, which are Messages from Heaven by Jaynee, I think, or Messages from Heaven. One is Jaynee, just Jaynee, and let's see, and the other one is Harry and Jaynee. What else? Jaynee. Uh, I think Talking to the Dead is one. That's an old one, and there's no administrator. It took me off, so it's hard. What? Somebody says what? If Here I go again. If you want to be a Facebook friend of mine, um, I have been approving only other artists. So let me know that you watch my videos or you, hi, question. Let me know you watch my videos or you're a subscriber so that I say, okay. Because otherwise, I look at your Facebook page and I don't see any artwork and I say, oh no, it's not an artist. So, and you may not like my political ideas anyway. I don't try not to say them on here, but I just don't. It's not really apropos. Hi, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Don't watch. If it's blah, blah, blah to you and you don't want to hear it, what are you doing here? You don't, you know, remember to guard your privacy and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I say blah, blah, blah too. But if I don't like, if I'm watching somebody else's podcast and I'm not really interested, I just go off. It doesn't matter. Not a big deal. So anyway, got the point. Let me know if you want to get on my Facebook pages. Let me know that you are a subscriber so that I know who are you and who are you asking. I mean, I'm a person who has a podcast. That's who I am, and I'm an artist. So this is funny. This is very good. Who are you? Shut or something. Oh, I like these. These are really fun. Let's see. Hello. What is shut? Mildred, with a name like Mildred, I feel bad for you. Has had food, yes. Can you all not make fun of her? I'm not really taking it as making fun because I don't care. I don't really care. You are like my mom. Yeah, yeah. I'm very much like your mom or your grandmom, for sure. Who are you? My name is Janie, and I can talk to spirits. Does that tell you enough? Okay. Villa da Toro. It's a lovely name. Really pretty. Some people have these gorgeous names. I don't. Had food. Hi. Hi. You have any questions? What is W? I have no idea. Hi. Dimitri Do, Do, Dokik. Wow. Beautiful name. Wow. Look at the way you spell Dimitri. It's really gorgeous. Hello from Britain. Hi. My great grandfather came here from Britain. My family over there wants to know why. They don't, they don't really get it. Three brothers came over, and my brother's going over in December. He wants to meet with the family and uh, and find out more. I think one of my uncles fought in the American Civil War on the northern side, incidentally. So, is there anything that you want to know? Does anybody have some spirit you want me to talk to? I can tell you. I mean, that isn't what I do generally on here, but I can if you have somebody you want to talk to. I do. I can do remotes too if you want a remote about some politician. Nobody's saying anything. Who is your what do you call it? The person who's in charge, the prime minister in England. Is it still the Muslim guy? He seems it to be fine. Nobody's complaining. Well, not here, but I would hear it because I read the paper every day. I read the newspapers and I read the New York Times too. Hmm. I also listen to the other I mean, I listen to the psychics because I don't do politics, and I'm hearing that there's a big surprise coming for the guy I call the Vaseline Emperor or Tangerine. Jagadesh, I bet that you are Indian. I like Indians very much. You know, we are all born again. I don't mean that religiously. Um, I'm Janie now, but I can see my other lives, many of my other lives. I'm no different from you. Every single one of you it has lived before. So sometimes your life has, it bleeds through once in a while. Um, okay, let me tell you, I'll tell you one. I'm a painter, I'm an artist. So I always painted myself and drew myself with red hair. I want to know what's with the red hair. I wasn't born with red hair, and this is an accident. This is a dye job that I did myself that was not successful. Um, anyway, I found out where the red hair thing came from. Uh, a couple thousand years ago, I was a Viking wife. wasn't I wasn't on the ships. But I saw myself working on doing something, some job, making the ship uh, able to, do what they did. They were real fast ships for the time. I had red hair. Loved my red hair. I don't know why I loved it so much, but when I saw myself, I had it piled up on top of my head. Um, because it would have gotten in the way of doing whatever I was doing, something with a rope and wood. Um, and that's where it came from. The red hair. I have always loved red hair. But that was the thing, and that it bled through. Uh, I, you may have heard this. One day I looked at somebody's name on some uh, page on my computer, and the name was O'Sullivan. It was John O'Sullivan. Well, no, the O'Sullivan was the name. I saw that and I almost passed out. Uh, it was such a big deal. I had been a man named John O'Sullivan in Ireland. I never felt any connection with Ireland at all, other than the fact that it's a very beautiful place, uh, green because of all the rain. But I did live there, and that's it. If you have a feeling about any country, if you find yourself reading about it, or you found yourself as a child when you had reports to do, and you used to love to do reports on that particular nation or country, you lived in that country. That's why. When you feel a draw to a country, that's what it is. You lived there. I feel, well, lately I've been reading about, watching videos about Napoleon. But even before that, I felt this great pride in France. I never lived in France. I visited with my brother. He's a seasoned traveler, and I went with him. Anyway, that's why I felt the draw to France. But as a kid, I used to, well, first off, I drew little ladies on every single paper in my parents' house. And a lot of them had to do with Egypt. As a kid, well, in the United States, we studied American history. Um, we studied a little bit, very little about Greece, almost nothing about Rome, and some about the Egyptian civilization. I loved the Egyptians. I used to draw everything about it. Oh boy, I was always drawing people from Egypt. Like, I never thought anything about it, but the reason is that I lived there. I don't know what I did, but I know I lived there. One day I was opening a cabinet in the bathroom, one of the medicine cabinets, and I realized I had done that before in Amsterdam. I had been a maid in Amsterdam, so that was one. If you pay attention, you see it, but it's probably good if you meditate. And all you have to do to meditate is just relax, pay attention to where you're sitting, pay attention to yourself. It's all just yourself. Um, what else can I tell you about the other lives? When you feel it, you can tell. Um, the whole thing about, well, I saw my grandmother and my mother. We were walking together. I had never known my grandmother. She died before I was born. Um, we were walking arm in arm someplace that Russia controlled. And I think it was during maybe the 19th or 20th century in the beginning. You can also have, I know some psychics say you can't have more than one life at a time, but it seems as though you can because I was a, I saw myself dying in 1937 in the only subway that the Germans bombed in Spain. I literally saw myself dying there and thinking about really grieving that I lost the opportunity to have children, get married. I really wanted that. I had a twin, which I found out about. later that she in fact is my granddaughter. Um, so I saw myself then, and then my brother, who is even more into history. Well, his bachelor's degree was partly in history, and he looked it up, and it was 1937, and it was the only place that the only subway that Germany bombed in the Spanish Civil War, which was really bad. It was a really well. There any war is horrible. Um, what else can I tell you? The fact is that we've lived we've we have been everywhere. Some crazy lady. I was learning to do. Was taking a class in something, and we had to read each other. So some crazy lady. I said to her that she was Indian, and she said, "I don't like Indians." I do not like Indians. It's got billions of people. I mean, I understand not liking somebody, having a grudge against them. Yes, that grudges. I understand. A whole people? You don't like a whole people? How's that possible? So she got off with me, and I would never work with her again. And her friend wrote to me and said, "Oh, she she meant just these people that she knew." And I thought, no, she didn't. She's just a bigoted person. That's all. And maybe she'll reconsider because I brought it up, and I made it. I mean, I brought it up to her attention that hey, this is like crazy and horrible. So maybe she stopped. I really do like Indians. Um, how do you not? How do you not like Indians and people from China, Asia? You had civilizations that were functioning, were alive when people in Europe were being conquered over and over and just being killed by the gentry because the gentry didn't want well if they went hunting in their gentry's area, they could be killed. Really, a peasant could be killed. I mean, the same thing in China or India. That the people who were in the aristocracy or um, rich could knock you off with no questions asked. It was always like that. So anyway, I have to have a drink. But China and India, China, China's culture. I mean, it spread to the rest of Asia, and I mean, just just the. I mean, it's wonderful. India is incredible. I mean, I can't really go anywhere anymore. I have to use a walker or have it with me. If I'm not walking too far, I can just use a cane. Old people, it's always a problem. I'll probably go back out with see my brother again out the other side of the United States. That is a gorgeous place. The Oregon seaboard, California seaboard, Northern California, Washington, they're all gorgeous. I'm sure, I guess Trump would like to probably have oil fields on the beach. Like he's not going to care about that. Okay. So, all right. I want to go downstairs and work on a drawing that I did. And I do have a website that's almost finished. It's just this guy from India who's making it up. He lives actually in California. He is. I don't know what he looks like, but he's just adorable, and he has a British accent. I think that's just neat. Uh, People in India, you know. Okay. If you don't have any questions, Okay. I'm seeing Gia. I speak only English, a very poquito Espanol, really ridiculously small. I would like to learn French. Not that it's going to make it any easier. But my point today is if you want to be on my Facebook, because I try to get other artists on there, I welcome you, but let me know that you are a subscriber. You got to know more about computers than I do because I am like a 2 year old. I don't know anything. And I drive my son crazy. I bring my phone to him, you know, here it's doing this. And like yesterday, he fixed it and he put Google, so I get Google because I was getting crap. Um, it's if if you have grandmothers, if you have anybody who's like in their 70s, and you're lucky if they know how to turn on the air conditioner or the dishwasher or the washing machine. Everything is computerized now. Okay, it's really great seeing. I love seeing all of you making. Well, you're not making comments, but you're here. And UK, oh, I wondered if I could go back, but I'm too old and I miss my stepdad. Do you want to tell me his name? Nobody else. Well, they're going to tell me his name. I'll tell you what he says. Here. Do I have a girlfriend? I have girlfriends. I'm married 60 years. Why am I telling you? Why are you telling me? Telling me what? I am a good person. I'm a really terrific person. That's the truth. Why not singing? Because I can't sing. If you heard me sing, you'd say, "No, you can't sing." I sing, but my father told me I don't have a beautiful voice. Screw your father. Go sing. Honest to God, ignore when people tell you, "Don't sing, don't draw." Do it. Don't listen to their garbage. It really is. It is garbage. I mean, he may be a lovely man, but you know, for whatever reason, he only likes. Maybe he just likes opera, or he likes Frank Sinatra or something. And he doesn't know to be nice to you and say, sing, please, sing. Don't ever let anybody tell you not to do it. Sky, hi, sweetie. Um, if you want me to tell you what your stepdad says, then you're half from Turkey and Canada. Wow, that is some background. Turkey has such a long history, and not quite as bad as Western Europe, where they were horrible, awful, just killing killing people because they were in the way. If you don't want, I have no problem. Good. But I have a friend who is half in love with me. Or oh, good. Well, not so good because that doesn't matter. It's not your real name. But if you want me to get your stepfather, I need his real name. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Your real name is beautiful. Alk is not my real name. Okay. Do you want me to call your father-in-law? Or not father-in-law, I'm sorry, your stepfather. I know what to do. Um, Maria, can I please speak to Maria's stepfather? Can I please speak to Maria's stepfather? There's a man coming who is, I'm really short. So he's probably about 5'9". He might be taller, but he's got dark hair. I think he's saying his name is Edward, but I'm not really sure. He says that he loves you. He loves you to bits and he misses you. He says, enjoy your life. I'll be waiting for you when you come, and I watch over you because I really love you and I'm very proud of you. That's what he says, Maria. Maria with a beautiful name. Very lovely. No, I don't have Instagram. I can't. I told you I'm terrible with computers. I don't have it. So, but NoHo is in love with me. You just watch out. If somebody's in love with you and you're not, it depends on your age. If you're a teenager, it's just uncomfortable and annoying. But if you're older, you don't want somebody kind of bothering you and feeling as though they have a relationship with you when they really don't. You know, you don't really want a relationship with them, but they can imagine it. And if you're nice to them, some people are really crazy. Um, they look normal and they can talk normally, but they can be stalkers. So you might want to cool it with the other person who's in love with you and let them know that you like them as a friend, but you really aren't interested in them as a boyfriend or girlfriend. Because, I mean, I've seen it that people sometimes they're really crazy and you don't want them on your case. And I just, like it sounds like it would be nice, but no. If the person is really a nice person, then maybe you can be friends. Yeah, I really am. I thought I wasn't because yes, my father. What? My father something is black. That's okay. What's the difference? Oh, because no, I didn't see that. But it doesn't matter because when he spoke, what he said was heavy with emotion, heavy with caring for you. Now he could have been talking to a different Maria easily, but I think it's meant for you too. I think it's meant for you. I honestly think that I think you are the Maria he was talking about. Um, it doesn't, skin color really doesn't, I mean, it matters, certainly matters in the United States because it's a different culture, but at the same time, I have two fathers who watch over me. One is my most recent father, and the other one is from about the turn of the century, 1910. And he is a man he's dark skinned. He's very dark skinned. He's wonderful. He was my dad, and he's with me, and I can feel him with me. So yeah, I've seen him. It's it really could because we have been everything, you know. Um, I can't tell I can't tell a particular person without really talking to them in a reading where they were. But most of us lived in Africa. We've been Asian. Um, I'm seeing I'm seeing a sort of color, like a caramel color. I'm seeing somebody who's talking to me lived in, I guess, Tunisia or one of the North African countries and was this beautiful color. I can't show you. Well, a little darker than this. You know. It's okay. Okay. You're very okay. Yeah, I think he was your stepfather. Absolutely. Um, does anybody have anything else you want to know? Sing and draw. Don't either don't show it to anybody, or if they see it and they say, "What's that?" That's scrabbling. Just ignore them. My granddaughter, I can't remember if two of them told me, it doesn't matter. I know one of them told me that, oh, I know who it was, that I was scribbling and she thought it was a mess. Do I care? No. Mm-mm. The truth is, I mean, people, people are selling artwork with one tomato. I don't mean a painting of a tomato. I mean a tomato. Tomato. Please. So don't worry about it. Draw stick figures if you want. It doesn't matter. There's a guy, what's his name? He's a psychic too, and he does stick figures. Draw, and if you draw, don't buy expensive materials. I do not, and I'm a professional artist. I mean, I graduated from, I think, the best school in Philadelphia. Um, I'm not. I know people who paint and draw better than I do. So, am I going to worry? I do it because I want to do it, and I'm going to go downstairs and do it. And you can fool around, and you can just draw circles like this, and it doesn't matter. It's an outlet. So don't worry about what comes out. Same thing with writing. You can show it to people if you want or not. It's really your choice, and don't pay attention to what crap they say. Sing, definitely sing. I sing, and I sing badly. Play the piano, and if you don't, who cares? Don't worry about it. You're not doing these things for other people, unless you are, and that's fine too. Okay? Okay. Remember, if you're coming from a subscription to my to this, tell me so I know to say okay. And then you get bombarded by my politics, but you'll also see my artwork as I do it. So don't worry about my politics. I mean, I really don't. Some, not that much. You don't have to agree. My brother-in-law is a MAGA. I love him. I love him. I know him since he was 16. Am I going to hate him because now he's likes Trump? No. I mean, I hope we outlive Trump. And then, so what? My grandmother was a Republican. Am I going to say, Nanny? No. The spirits are there. Know that they're there around you. We all have angels and people around us, our families and stuff. So they're there and they want to help. That's why they're there, and they love you. That really is why they're there. Okay. So I did what I meant to do, and okay. Take care. Feel good, and do what I said. Let me know that send me a message. I try to. Hopefully, I will get it. I should. Okay. Bye bye. Feel good. Okay. Let me try to stop this. No. Boop. No. Oh, here goes.